Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I am Sue Kramer. It has just been a comedy of errors here. I've been trying to get onto YouTube Live, and they have upped the number of subscribers you need from 100 to 1,000 before you can use a mobile device to live stream on YouTube. Well, I'm not even near 100 subscribers. So, this is going to be the best I can do. I'll be recording this videos live on Facebook, and then I will tell you when I'm posting them to YouTube, and then I'll be on YouTube with you so we can chat. I think that actually might work better, because when I'm creating these videos, I'm concentrating on my stamping, and it's hard for me to notice the comments going by. If you've been with me live, you'll see that I do miss lots of comments, and I go back afterwards and comment and respond to comments if they need responding. So today we are making an easel card. I showed you this one earlier. We were talking about fun folds. So it's a top fold card. So this is 11 by 4 1/4, and you score it in the middle at 5 1/2, and again on this side at 2 3/4, and then you add another piece on top to make your easel card. Today we're going to be making an easel card the other direction. So this is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and we'll cut one and I'll show you how to put it together. And it's scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8, so you get what I call a Z-fold card. You add another panel on top, and you can create an easel card. With the morning I've had, we are doing a Stormy Sea card. I thought that was very appropriate with my mood for the last couple hours trying to get this going. Obviously, you have probably found me on Facebook or YouTube on North Star Stamper. I also have a blog at thesearemystamps.com. Hello, thank you for joining me on my Facebook Live. I do appreciate that. And you can let me know if I miss any steps, Lori. And then I have a website for ordering Stampin' Up products. And I keep specials, and you can get catalogs from my website. Stampin' Up does put on some projects to give you ideas and give you inspiration. So those are all the places you will find me online. So what I have gathered here for my Stormy Sea card, and so my latest thing is this shadow here. I have something blocking the sun. The sailing home, I thought that was appropriate. High tide, I have these other ones handy just in case I need more on the card. Friend like you, there's some grasses on there that could be Seaside or the dragonflies. The waterfront and snowfront, there's some more greens and puddles, and we'll see what we need from those, but I am going to concentrate on this one. And I have the dies that coordinate. These are called the smooth sailing dies. And I've already embossed. So for your easel card, you need something on the base here to hold the easel in place. And I like to emboss that. Just it gives it more dimension, and you use dimensionals, which I need my adhesives over here. It helps keep this piece in place. So actually, I think I do want that out of the way. Let me go over here and get my comments going. Since I see somebody's with me, I'm excited. Oh, where is it? All right, so I've already embossed this Smoky Slate piece, and we're going to add some sponging to it so it's a little more noticeable. Let's see, where are we? All right. Okay. All right. Let's back up. Let's get the card base ready first. So, last time I did this, it was kind of a mess. So the cardstock I have here, I have Smoky Slate, Seaside Spray, Night of Navy, and then just some scraps of very vanilla in case we want to die cut some boats or something. So we're going to use, this is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, so it's half of a sheet of cardstock. And we're going to score it in half. Let me slow down here. At 4 1/4. That's 8 1/2. Half is 4 1/4. And half of that is 2 1/8. Sorry, I just bumped the tripod. All right, something add a piece on top of this, we'll get our easel card. And I've decided I want to use a piece of Night of Navy, just so I can add more layers in there. So we want it to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it should be. I think I'm back. I've learned I can't be on Wi-Fi when I'm recording these because the whole Erg.
That's what I'm thinking. It'd be nice to go for a walk right now.
I was videoing and it just ended. No, it just died.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that.
I've been talking about it all morning.
I didn't know you were doing it right now.
Hello? Oh, wait. Are we back? I don't know. I don't know if I'm here. It says I am. It looks like I'm recording, but I don't see it. Do you guys see it? Hello? I see lots of people join me, but I don't know. Okay, I think I'm back. Oh my goodness. I am just having a day. All right, we're going to keep going, and if it didn't record, I will try again. No, it didn't what, Ann? It didn't stop or didn't record. Anyway, so this piece is the same size as a card. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right. Let's grab our adhesive. Hopefully that's the only thing I forgot was my adhesive. All right. All right. So, if our card is going to stand up like this, we want adhesive on this piece. And I'm using a lot of snail. Tear and tape would be a good idea too. And I'm lining up these corners. Let's burnish it really well on both sides. And that's how it's going to stand up. But we need something down here so it can kind of tuck underneath and stay standing. So let's put that to the side, and now we can bring back in our Smoky Slate piece that I have embossed. And I can't remember the name of the embossing folder. It's a newer one. It was a part of this suite. And I have a sponge because I want that to be a little more noticeable. The embossing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to use just a sponge and some ink, and I'm going to lightly go over it, and you can already see it kind of coming to life. That looks like a stormy sea. If you heard my interaction with my family, it is a stormy day in our house. So there's our stormy water. All right, let's keep going. So this is going to be put on the bottom here. Let's not do that quite yet because I might want to add a layer. Let's finish that first, actually. Let's add a snippet of, and to top it all off, it's April and we have snow in Minnesota. So I'm just going to trim off a piece of Night of Navy since that's our card base. I'm not going to trim that quite yet. We're going to put some, let's take that away and see if the lighting is good enough now. It was sunny earlier and I had all kinds of shadows. It was just something after another. How about we use this thanks? And going to use a scrap of Very Vanilla and our Night of Navy ink. Let's put it this way. I think there's a die that I can die cut. That's not very clear. I think that's just how the stamp is. Let's try one more time. No, that just must be how the stamp is. Not real clear and easy to read. Okay. So let's look at our dies. This is going to take me longer than I thought. Sorry. I try to keep my videos to about a half hour. We're going to use that die to cut it out. So I do like, sometimes I like to stamp first. Other times I do die cut first. This one I probably should have die cut first. Let's get going here. So what is everybody doing today? Are you stamping? Are you working? Are you doing distance learning? I have 2 working from home and 2 doing distant learning. My boys are at the other end of the basement doing schoolwork, I think. Thank you, boys, for letting me video. All right, so I lined it up as best I could, and this is what I came up with. Here we go. So that will be... I wanted to get that die cut first so I knew how big this piece of Night of Navy had to be. Let's bring this back in. So it gives us an idea. And I have the twine that goes with the suite. So I'm going to tie some twine around the end. So it gives me an idea of how big I want that piece to be. All right. So I'm going to use some mini dimensionals on the back of this. I already have ink on my fingers. So, well, it's Stormy Sea. We're going to get ink everywhere, I think. So I'm going to tie this around the end a few times. And I believe this is Sahara Sand and Night of Navy twine. Goes really well with the rest of the things in the suite. And some scissors. All right. So if we use some dimensionals on that and some dimensionals on there, actually I think we're just going to adhere this with snail. No, I take that back. With that twine on there, we need some dimensionals. Brand new pack. I ran out. Alright, see, I can't put dimensionals on and talk at the same time, can I? I've noticed that over the weeks. More dimensionals, because like I said, we want this popped up so it will hold our easel card in place. And then use a lot. So lots of dimensionals. Anne says she's cleaning a carpet. I did ask what the rest of you were doing. Anne even said, "Hi, Tony." So I think I need to go apologize to my husband. He knew I was having troubles, but anyway, there. Oh, why is it not working? It's not working. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, goodness. Let's see if I can take this off. I lined it up on the wrong 2 corners. And see, I'm just having a day. Maybe I need to go back to bed and try again. So if I... Oh my goodness. If you've ever gotten a card from me and there are layers, chances are you have layers that look like this. It's kind of funny. Let's add lots of snail because we do want this to stick. So I lined it up with these two corners. I meant to line it up with the other two corners. So when it's closed, it'll look like this. There we go. I think we've got it now. And then you can stand it up like that. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. All right, so I think that's good. It's going to stand up. Now we need our Stormy Sea to go on the front there. Put our adhesive where it goes. And I think we will introduce this Seaside spray. And I want it a little smaller. So I'm going to go 4 by 5 1/4. And then we'll use Night of Navy, our Smoky Slate. We'll add some, oh, I grabbed crumb cake. That works. I think I want some water on the bottom. Which ones have water? There's some water. There's some water. I really like the water in the High Tide stamp set. Let's use that. When I got this stamp set, I was amazed at the this stamp. It just looks like squiggles. And we want it dark and stormy. So we're going to use Night of Navy. We're going to go off the edge and we're going to stamp it a few times straight across so that we have our horizon. And then I'm just going to stamp a few times here and there. Oh, that's pretty. Kind of. Let's finish the water here, and then I think we're going to leave that without water, and we'll put some grass there or something. All right, let's grab some grasses. Where'd that stamp set go? Sailing Home doesn't have any grass in it, but High Tide does, so we're going to use these grasses from High Tide. There's a couple of them. That stamp is so little, I can't believe I still have it. Put it on the block right away so we don't lose it. And we're going to make these grasses Smoky Slate in color. Because if it's a stormy day, they won't look green like they really are. Let's add some little ones. Notice I am going off both sides edges of the paper. Actually, some black would be good. Then you would see it. Okay, clean off my stamp so I don't get ink everywhere. How are we doing? I like the look of that. In our last paper pumpkin kit, we had, it was a spring themed kit. So I have, oh, sorry about that. I have that handy, and I think we're going to pull that out. I thought I had it handy. Hold on. See, I think I need an assistant. All right, sorry about that. So in the last paper pumpkin, we had this. This was the stamp set that came with it. And it came with clouds, so we are going to add some dark gray clouds. And you've seen me do this before. We're going to stamp on our scratch paper a few times and see which shade of cloud we like. I think I like that one better. So I'm going to ink it up. And there's the sun again. I can't decide if it wants to be sunny or snowy here today. I think that shadow was there. Hopefully that's better. So I'm going to ink up my cloud stamp, stamp it off once before I stamp it on my project. That's, even the Smoky Slate is, ooh, there we go. Stamp off a couple times. There, one more cloud. I think we need one here, filling it in. And then I think I want to add a sailboat. We'll think about a sailor that got caught in the storm because it came up so quick or something. I don't know. That's my story. I don't normally have stories for my cards. Maybe I do if there's scenes and I think, well, what would it be like? What color do I want to use? So here's our card so far. And I do want to add, there's a sentiment on here. No matter the weather, we're in this together. I thought that was very, oh sorry, I should keep the stamps away. Let's make sure we have room for our sentiment. Grab a block. Alright, so we're going to use the same, you know what, I think we're going to use soft Seaside Spray and Night of Navy ink. Seaside Spray Cardstock, Night of Navy ink. And we'll see if I can get it's upside down, but not bad. I think my ink is really juicy. There, that's better. And I grabbed our newer punches. See if I can get this in here. These are fancy labels, I believe. They're in the current mini catalog. Alright, so I did stamp first, and then I like to punch after when I'm punching out stamped images. And I'm going to leave space because I have the embellishments that go with this suite. Let's see. I need a bigger table. So if we put that there, I think that'll work, especially if I put it on dimensionals. Sometimes I do like to put a layer behind it, but that will work. So where did those go? We're going to finish one thing at a time. So these are the Sail Away trinkets that are part of the suite in the annual catalog, and you can see two of them I've covered with blends, and so they're not silver anymore. Can you see that? Maybe I do want the sun. That one I probably used crumb cake blend. Here, this one's partially done. That one I probably used Night of Navy blend. We're going to tie on... Actually, we'll just use one of these and we'll use a glue dot. So I'm going to use a glue dot. So I take my embellishment and pick up a glue dot. And then it will adhere there. So no more twine. Alright, let's get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, I think I like it there. And I do want a sailboat. Let's grab a piece. It is hiding behind my screen there. Alright. Let's do the smaller sailboat. So I like to pick up my stamps with my block. Hold it down for a few seconds. Sometimes I count to 10. These are cling stamps, so they stick to the block really well. No. I think I need to re-ink my crumb cake ink pad. Let's try one more time. I'm going to push and hold it for a second. There, that's better. Alright, we're going to use the dies to die cut. You could fussy cut that if you don't have the dies. Alright, so I'm going to use my Big Shot. And to get that to line up perfectly, I'm going to use a piece of washi tape. I do have the magnetic platform, but this should work too. Alright. And there is our boat. let's put our card together, and I think we're about done. We're going to use snail to adhere this layer. And there is a border. I made it. And let's get it straight, though. I'm going to use dimensionals for this. We'll use some dimensionals on here too, or just one. And there is our easel card. Oh my goodness. What a day. We're going to put him sideways. There we go. No matter the weather, we're in this together. I hope you can see that. Maybe if I take that away. I don't know. There, it's in the bright sun. Thank you for joining me. I will be posting this on YouTube and hopefully be able to chat with some people when it's there. Thank you. Have a good day. Happy stamping. Take care of each other. And I hope you're all healthy. Bye for now.